I am getting the same DM over and over again from men about my posts on the mental load. And it goes something like this: I think I'm doing all that I can to help. I do the dishes, I fold the laundry, but she's still overwhelmed. I don't know what I'm getting wrong. I believe these are well intentioned partners. They are really, really trying to take this seriously and do the right thing, but there is a missing piece about the mental load that often leads to massive breakdown in communication around what it is. And it's the piece that men often fail to fully feel and understand about the mental load, but it's the piece that is the most overwhelming. So let me break it down for you. What is the most overwhelming about the mental load isn't the physical tasks, the mowing the lawn, the doing the dishes, the folding the laundry. This stuff is draining, it's repetitive, it's like a treadmill task, it never ends. Once you finish, you got to do it again. But it's not necessarily the part that feels so freaking exhausting. It's not the part that follows you everywhere and makes you feel like you can't escape it. That is actually something called emotional labor. This is the piece that women are struggling with the most, and this is the piece that men really struggle to understand. Emotional labor is the regular calculations that we're making, cause and effect analyses to try to maximize positive experiences of members in our family. It's a thinking through of, if I make this decision for our kid, are they going to face these long-term consequences, or is this better for them in the long term, even though in the short term there might be some pain or some pushback? It's exhausting. The emotional piece feels like the stakes are very high. And this is the other thing. It's really hard to outsource because the emotional labor of the home and the family life requires a deep knowing of your family members. So unless you have that same deep knowing, then it's really hard to hand it off to you, and you can't pay somebody else to do it for the most part. Also, because they're thinking through cause and effect analyses and they're anticipating needs and intuiting desires, it's really hard to pass that off, because how do they make sure you're doing it in the same way or a similar way? And so this piece feels so hard. It also follows you everywhere. So if you carry the mental load and you still work a full-time job, you can be whiplashed back into it with this emotional labor piece. This is why women are struggling, and this is what men often fail to fully understand when it comes to the mental load.